Hello everyone. So it's the end of the school summer holidays. Normal life begins again. Ben's back at school. Darcy's started her new school. Louis's gone to India for 3 weeks, so we won't get woken at 4 or 5 a.m. when he comes in usually. I've taken a few days off work just to get things organised, so I've got the house to myself. I can do a bit of videoing. I get a chance to use the Mac for editing while Darcy's at school. And the summer holidays are just great for getting your mind cleared. It's like a new year. Well, it is a new academic year, but it feels like a beginning. It feels like a time to make plans for the year. I don't know if you can plan everything out, but you can certainly plan to be doing stuff towards a plan. You can decide what you're going to spend your time concentrating on. And like I said in Louis's vlog the other day, this jazz venue contacted me. That's just unheard of. Usually you have to contact them and then recontact them and then recontact them. So that's really cool and encouraging. I don't really know how they got hold of my name. Maybe I sent them a CD 4 years ago. So I've got in touch with some musicians, booked musicians for the gig, and we're going to have a rehearsal. Usually with jazz you can just turn up, you don't need a rehearsal, you give them the chord charts, and sometimes it has the melody on, but otherwise you just need to have the chords in the right places in the bars, and it's usually helpful to have 4 bars per line, and then you can have an intro written out and a coda or outro, but you just give the charts to the band and then you either tell them what the intro and outro is going to be, or as I said, it's written on the charts, and then you tell them what the tempo is and then you count them in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But if you've got some special arrangements, then it's good to have a rehearsal, and then you can make things a little bit special and a little bit different. So they asked me, oh, could we have a rehearsal? So that's really cool. So they're really in, and because they were so enthusiastic, I thought, right, okay, this is the chance to take to get that track down, and we can do a rehearsal near where they live in Ealing, and the studio that I've used before is nearby. So if I book that for a half a day or a day, then we could get like a little EP down maybe. So I want to do that London in the Rain track that we did the music video for. I've recorded it before, but I didn't really like the arrangement. It was a collaboration CD, and there was me and a few other jazz artists, and they're fantastic top jazz musicians and a really fantastic jazz musician producing it, but for some reason he decided that this track should be a bit country, so I didn't really like the end result. The original plan for the music video was to go to Paris to do a video for the title track of my album, Tout droit, which means straight ahead. Nice little jazz term, little play on words. But Louis only had 1 day free and we couldn't really drive to Paris, shoot a video and drive back. So he said, oh, it's forecast for rain, why don't we do the London in the Rain track? Because we've been talking about doing a video for that ages. So I couldn't find the CD anyway because we just got all our stuff out of storage having been away. So in my headphones I had the original track, which is by Blossom Dearie. So if we record it, we're going to have to do exactly the same tempo as Blossom Dearie, which is no problem, they're really good musicians. That should be cool. So that's exciting. So the gig is at Charlie Wright's in London, it's near Old Street, and it's on the 13th of October. It's in the evening. It's only £4 to get in, so that's really good. Except we need lots of people there if we're going to pay the musicians properly, and that's something I really believe in, is like the musicians, highly skilled people who've put a lot of time into honing their skills, need to be paid properly. But how I tend to do it, because I run my own IT business, if I'm doing any music stuff, I'll usually commit to paying the musicians a certain amount, and that will come out of my business account. And if there's any takings from my CD sales or from gigs, that goes into my business accounts. So I'm committed to paying the musicians a decent amount. But if you guys want to help, you could buy my CD. I've got lots of physical copies, and it's got a really nice CD cover that Louis designed. And if you buy a physical copy, I will sign it personally. You can buy them through my website. You do it through PayPal, but you don't have to have a PayPal account, you can just use a card. And there's an opportunity to put a little message in there, so you can tell me who you want me to write the message to, or you can buy the album from iTunes, or you can just buy 1 or 2 tracks. It'll all help. And of course, come to the gig. and we can have like a little meet-up. So another thing that would really help as well is if you liked my musician Facebook page, and that really helps with promoters, and then we might get some more gigs too. I'll leave a little taster of some of the tunes on my album if you carry on watching, and you might recognise some of the tunes. I quite often use the tracks from my album but without the vocals for the background music for my videos. So here it is, here's my nice album cover. I'll write you a little message here, and it's a nice kind of open out 3 thing like that. That's like that on the other side. And yeah, you can see what a good graphic designer Louis is. Some little stepping stones there. And here's an example of a chord chart as well. Got a little intro written out there and a little coda. As I was saying, 4 bars per line, and you can see where the chords fit per bar. Yeah, and that's how you do the jazz. But we've got some special arrangements as well, as I was saying.
Speak low when you speak loud. Our summer's day withers away too soon, too soon. Speak low when you speak loud. Our moment is swift like ships adrift. We're swept apart too soon. Speak low, darling, speak low. Love is a spark lost in the dark. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. J'étais très fatiguée de tourner en ronde comme un carrousel sans destination. Chaque jour faisant la même chose, toujours sans but. Que font les enfants dans la cour de récréation? J'entends ton cri, bien que tu pars avec les mots trop bas. Je les entends avec mon cœur. Donc maintenant je vais aller tout droit, rien ne me distrait. Ma raison d'être sera accomplie par lui-même. On y va tout droit. Mon verre est plein, je n'ai aucune pénurie d'amis qui m'aiment et m'incitent avec les mots si bas. Bien, je vais aller